Hello students, today we are going to discuss the poem Poet, Lover, Birdwatcher. This is a poem by Nizam Ezekiel. I begin with the text of the poem Poet, Lover, Birdwatcher. To force the pace and never to be still is not the way of those who study birds or women. The best poets wait for words. The hunt is not an exercise of will, but patient love relaxing on a hill, to note the movement of a timid wing, until the one who knows that she is loved no longer waits but risks surrendering. In this, the poet finds his moral proved, who never spoke before his spirit moved. The slow movement seems somehow to say much more. To watch the rarer birds, you have to go along deserted lanes and where the rivers flow, in silence near the source or by a shore, remote and tawny like the heart's dark floor. And there the women slowly turn around, not only flesh and bone, but myths of light, with darkness at the core, and senses found. But the poets, lost in crooked, restless flight, the deaf can hear, the blind recover sight. This poem is included in the volume The Exact Name and is one of the best and most beautiful of Ezekiel's poems. The poem displays Ezekiel's views on poets' problems. Poet Lover Birdwatcher is one of the better known poems of Ezekiel and has received considerable critical attention. The message of the poem is very clear. The best poets wait for words. It means the best poets begin to write poetry only when they are truly inspired. It epitomizes the poet's search for a poetics which would help him redeem himself in his eyes and in the eyes of God. Parallelism is drawn between the poet, the lover, and the birdwatcher. We can see that in the poem, all the three have to wait patiently in their respective pursuits. Ezekiel attempts to define the poem in terms of a lover and the birdwatcher. There is a close resemblance among them in search for love, bird, and word. All these three become one in spirit, and Ezekiel expresses this in imagery noted for its precision and decorum. I quote, "The hunt is not an exercise of will, but patient love relaxing on a hill, to note the movement of a timid wing." There is no action, no exercise of will in the three cases, but patient waiting is itself strategy, a kind of planned action to reach the goal. The hunt is search for birds, or the desire to win a woman's heart. Patient love relaxing on hill is to assume an attitude of patience and relaxation while watching birds or women. Until the one who knows that she is loved is for the man to wait for the woman to respond to his love out of her own accord and should not force him upon her. In this poem, the poet finds his moral proved, who never spoke before his spirit moved.